Captain George, the fearless boater. The end. Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Good morning, Captain George speaking. This is the big day. Gonna launch the boat today. But first, I don't want to do it in the backyard, so I gotta get somewhere where there's water. Walking toward the LRT station, and I excuse the sound because I'm kind of in a hurry a little bit. I want to get the soonest train possible because it's gonna take me like an hour to get to where I want to launch the boat. This is a Saturday morning. The train only runs every 15 minutes. This is the famous Edmonton LRT. I have 7 more minutes to wait here. It's not bad.
Captain George, the fearless boater, going down the North Saskatchewan River.
On the train. Woo. And here's the first glimpse I got that morning of the river. It looks good, doesn't it? Alright, well, I'll tell you what the idea is since it's not so windy here and you can hear me. I want to take the train and the bus to a launch point for my boat that is west of the city, west of downtown, and then I want to ride the boat to closer to where I live, and we'll see if I get there. That's all. That's the plan. That's the adventure.
The end. Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
16 on the bus. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, I'm here right by the river and it's kind of windy. Let me turn this around so you can see where I'm planning to launch my boat. This is the river. Well, I'm literally hanging out under a bridge right now. Beautiful white mud freeway up there. But down here it looks quite nice, doesn't it? If only it was a little calmer, I'd like that better. First time, for crying out loud. Maybe this is a bad idea. Am I going to learn something today the hard way? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can set up the boat and launch it in a way that I'll be going down the river. The river is flowing that way, my way. Easy enough. But then, how hard is it to stop the boat and get out, especially when it's windy? Well, if I end up today somewhere far away in Fort Saskatchewan or something because I couldn't stop the boat, well, you'll know about it. Did I pick a good day for this? Oh, there's a perfect spot here. I can tell that this is what people do. People like boaters like me. I believe it or not, I got the Virgin Mary gonna watch. Maybe the Virgin Mary can even hold my camera. I don't like this wind. I don't like this wind at all. But from everything I checked online, the conditions for this launch should be okay, should be safe enough today. So, we know the internet never lies. At the professional hand pump, foot pump here. It's pumping. All right. Well, what you see behind me there, that's my boat. Yeah, it's ready to go.
Captain George, the fearless boater. The end. Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Getting into the boat was surprisingly easy. But now what? Well, to start off, I had made one long kayak paddle out of the oars, figuring that would give me better control.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Yeah, it's cool. So far, no problem. Well, strangely enough, the boat is spinning around quite frequently. But right here, I don't really have to worry about a thing. It's so smooth. Yeah, it's like I'm floating, but it's not really fast. But when I look at the shore, I mean, can you see this? Looking at the shore, I know that I'm moving. So this should be all good.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater, going down the North Saskatchewan.
Oh, this is beautiful. I don't even need to do anything. Just float down the river. Now, to get the bicycle on this raft, that'll be a little bit tricky, I think. Maybe. There's the Edmonton Queen. That's the river boat that was damaged 2 winters ago because they left it in the water and then the ice pushed it up and put a hole in her. Yeah, what you see behind me there now is the White Mud Bridge. I'm just floating right now. I'm doing nothing at all, just relaxing here on the water. This is beautiful. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get to east side of Edmonton, but it's going to be exciting. And there are going to be exciting moments there. But yeah, I got this on my head and I can't see what it's recording or anything, or if it's still recording, but usually it does it quite a long time, so I'm just going to leave it rolling. At this rate, it's kind of slow, and I don't think I'd have too much of a hard time paddling against the stream. I'm going to try that out later. Right now, I'm just going to relax, paddle a little bit. I noticed that with this thing, when I paddle, I have to really watch because the water, it just goes all over me. Moving against the stream would give me the flexibility to lock up my bike somewhere at the shore, then take the boat and just basically go wherever I want. And I found out later that it's not really that hard. I don't know how long I've been on here, but I haven't gotten very far. Not that it matters.
Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Alright, I'm still floating and I'm still finding this really slow. I was expecting to race toward home and be home within an hour or something like that. But I have possibly been on the water for an hour. And now, the wind is blowing from that side. The water is going the other way. But basically, I'm just sitting here and it's not going anywhere. And I show you the problem with this boat. A sec here. See these oar holes there, or oar attachments, whatever you want to call them, and these things here too. They actually get in the way when you're trying to paddle this. And then I'm trying to stay as dry as possible, also because most of the time when I'm paddling, I've got the phone in the front there, and I don't want to get the phone wet. Anyways, I think I have a paddle here because the wind, holy crap, the wind is blowing me where I don't want to go. I don't know how well you can see the shore there, but right about there where my camera is pointing now, where the center of it is, that's where I was launching the drone last week, and there was a sheet of ice that I was standing on. A sheet of ice that was about a foot thick. That is gone. Right now, the river is all water. And I'm telling you, it's windy. I'm getting blown to shore. That's not good. Dang it, I'll paddle again. The river has a lot of curves going through Edmonton. It means there are really calm sections and there are rough sections too. Alright, I'm past this Powerlack Park footbridge. I notice when I paddle backwards, the problem is when there's waves from the wind, they'll go right over the boat. So now I'm sitting in a little bit of water. It's okay though. Like the raft feels very safe. I'm definitely not gonna go under or anything, but yeah, it's so slow. How am I gonna get home with this? I might have to get out somewhere downtown and then take the bus home. Anyways, and oh well, we're looking ahead here at a little bit choppy water, but looking good. I have changed my strategy for the paddling part. Yeah, it seems to be way easier to paddle this way. I'm not getting myself wet as fast, and at the same time, this thing doesn't go fast anyway. It doesn't matter how you paddle. So this rowboat system is good. Right now it's easy, but it's windy. You could probably hear that, even though I have a professional $20 mic. Anyways, I'm making such slow progress, but it's fun.
Jorg, the fearless boater, the end. Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
It's the captain speaking. I got another message for you. The wind, even though the forecast said the wind is coming from the west and the north and the south and like basically from the west. So this morning I figured I'm basically just going to be blown back home, and the stream goes that way too. But now what I found out is that the way the river winds and there's a valley that it's sitting in and stuff, the wind gets directed in very strange ways. So right now it's really calm and it's fun. But before, I had a problem even like going that way.
One of the most fun things for me was to pass underneath the bridges rather than up above. Kind of like my drone when I'm flying it through there.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater, going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Well, folks, my camera is at 11%, so you will not see this entire episode, but I'll let you know how it ended.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater, the end. Going down the North Saskatchewan River. Jorg, the fearless boater, the end. Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Then all of a sudden, this super fast motorboat popped up. Could they see me? Yeah, they did. But then there was those waves. Oh wow.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater going down the North Saskatchewan River.
All right, that's the last opportunity, I think, to talk on this video on the water. You know what? I am going to figure out a way for this raft to get my bike on here. This will be the most awesome thing, and this was a $89 special from Canadian Tire. And who says you have to invest into an $800 or $1,000 pack raft? I make this work. I'm telling you, and it's going to be exciting. Let me turn this around here. I'll show you what I have in mind. See where my bag is right now, and right across the front, I'm going to use a piece of plywood that can be attached to where you're supposed to put the oar, and maybe this hook there on the other side. And then I'm going to find ways to attach my bike to that. But look right now how beautiful my view is, and I keep spinning around, which makes it more exciting. Absolutely loving this.
You're looking at the new Walterdale Bridge, And to the right, that's the Rossdale power plant. It's been out of commission for a number of years, but they're leaving it because it looks cool.
Yeah, I'm recording with my cell phone, and right now it's in low power mode, so you know what's going to happen. The big question is, what does a real boater do when he has to go pee? Right now, I'll be okay. I can wait.
Well, if you really care to know, I later had to stop. Yes, I managed to stop the boat, get out of it, pee on the riverbank, and then get back in the boat to go home. I knew you wanted to know that.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater going down the North Saskatchewan River.
I'm literally downtown Edmonton, but it's a completely different perspective, I tell you. This is way cool, and I don't know how long I could talk to you with a dead battery, but it's worth it. I mean, look at it. There's the McDonald Hotel behind me. And what's the bridge called? It's called the low-level bridge. Floating towards it. I have to pay a little bit of attention as to where exactly I'm going, but I think I'm going to go right through. There's no risk of hitting anything because that's just the way the flow goes. Pretty cool. All right, the battery remaining here is only 10%, so I'm not too optimistic, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, most of my trip's been recorded, so I'll talk to you when I get the boat out. That's it.
This animation shows my exact route along the North Saskatchewan River, and here you can see the distance, about 18 kilometers.
I'm at the house. This was a 6-hour journey, believe it or not, but it was successful. My boat didn't sink. I got a wet butt. I figured out how to stop and how to get off the boat. I think you get the gist of it. I paid $89 for pretty much the cheapest raft that would hopefully carry my bike. And it works. Now, to carry the bike, I have to still invent some kind of contraption to go on there and secure that safely. But after this trip, I know that it's going to work. And it's windy here. Probably the audio is not so good. Anyways, I'll show you the boat the way it is right now. And then I'm going to hose it off and let it dry here on the picnic table, I think. Yeah, it worked really well. I'm really happy with it.
More Captain Jorg adventures are coming up soon. You might want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss them. Launching and catching the drone from the boat might be next.